out, or they get tired of me, or they move away, or they join. Well, when I was at a bigger school, they'd go join choir, and I wasn't the choir director, so now I have all the music classes. They kind of swirl around in my different classes. But number one, this is the most seniors I've ever had. I've never actually counted them, but that's a lot of seniors. And not only is there a lot of them, but this is a particularly special group of seniors. The leadership that they brought to the department, they're setting an example of what to do and what not to do, was always there. And I think back to some of them I met as sophomores, some of them I met in January because they've only been in the program one semester, some of them I know for 4 years, but I can't pinpoint an exact moment. Some of these students have told me they're going to go on to study music after high school. Some of them are interested in music education, despite my best efforts to beat that out of them. But this has been, we're going to miss you. That's the main thing. We're definitely going to miss you guys. There's an awful lot of leadership up there, and there's going to be a big hole, and it's going to take a while to fill that hole, because I hope that other people recognize the example they set and then move forward in the ways that they've shown us. So these are all my seniors, and so I'm going to, all but 2 of them, I cornered at some point over the last 2 weeks and asked them, is there anything you'd like to say at the concert? And I recorded them and then I put it into a video. So we're going to get to watch that in a minute. But since 2 of them didn't get cornered, Natan and Jimmy, would you like to say anything?
I don't really know what to say, but I've been with Mr. McGlenn for 4 years, and he's taught me a lot, like how clarinets can't be in jazz band. One shot. But he has taught me a lot. He's made me such a better musician. And throughout all 4 years, he has not said one thing back to me. I think you know what this is. I love you, Mr. McGlenn.
I know it's getting late, but I do have to tell a story about Jimmy, because when Jimmy got here, he came a week before school started. He transferred from Korea, is that right? Yep. And he came in and played a little bit for me. We talked about stuff, and then we went through the first couple of days of class. I hand out my handbook, which has everything in it. And he comes to me after school, after I think the second day of band, and says, Mr. McGlenn, I think I'm going to have to drop the class. And I said, well, why is that? Well, you got a lot of expectations, and I'm kind of busy. I said, well, I think we can make it work out. There's some flexibility here and there. Why don't you try it for a semester, and if it doesn't work out, then find something else second semester. Boy, I'm glad we had that conversation. All right, now I would like all my 4-year seniors to remain, and the rest of you can go somewhere else for a moment. So, this is how many 4-year seniors I have. it means they decided to be in one of my classes or more every year since they've been a freshman. So first of all, that means they had to have been at Wiesbaden High School for 4 years, which doesn't happen very often. Second of all, that means they had to have had room in their schedule, assuming that they wanted to be in my class for all 4 years. And then they had to put up with me for all 4 years too. So the way I run my classes is for classes that you can take more than one time, which is band and choir and jazz band, the expectations get higher each time you go into it. So freshmen are expected to do this thing. Seniors are expected to do this thing. So it's not the same thing every time. It gets harder each time. And yet they come back. So, and many of these students have taken multiple classes with me. In particular, Emily, I think, has tried virtually everything I've taught at the school at one time or another. Several of these students have been involved with the musical and other extracurricular activities. The retrospective of the seniors you're going to see in a moment lists the classes each of them have taken at Wiesbaden High School. So there are other things they might have done, but I want to thank you very much for putting up with me, and I'm glad you stayed in the program. Love you guys.